You are about to enter another dimension. A dimension of sight, a dimension of sound, a dimension of mind. You've just crossed over into the QI light zone.
Anyway, we've got this little example of a sort of optical illusion here. So if you photograph it in the right way, as you're about to see, the eye plays extraordinary tricks on you. So there it is Einstein. There he is in profile.
Wow.
And there's the inverted bit, but hello.
Oh,
Your eye tells you
wow.
that's poking outwards, and yet it isn't. That's the inside bit. And your eye refuses to believe it until you get to that.
That's great.
Oh, you're twisting my melon, man.
Isn't that extraordinary?
Why does it do that?
Well, it does that because your brain is programmed to recognise human faces, and it's one of the first things babies do is look at faces, and you expect to see a face, and even though you know it isn't a real face, your brain fills in the...
I did it again.
It's an astonishing
And does
illusion.
this, Stephen, does it only work with Einstein? No. Would it work with another man?
It would work with any human being. It is really creepy. It's amazing, isn't it?
But it's done it. I can't believe it did the same trick twice.
I know, the point is... it
Right,
doesn't
listen,
matter
we're not going to fall for it this time.
And yes...
Okay.
No way. Not 3 times on the run.
Outside, outside. This is going to be inside, Lee.
Inside.
This one's gonna be
Inside.
It's outside.
It's outside!
How do you do it?
Wow.
How do you do it?
It's so clever, isn't it?
He's so clever.
It is literally... We literally filmed this. I mean, you can see... That's all it is.
This is a great trick. I might cut my head in half and scoop out my brain.
What a wonderful thing. It would make the most wonderful blancmange or something, wouldn't it?
Are we going to bother with the rest of the show? Because I could happily just...
Watch it go.
I mean, it's lovely chatting and everything, and I love what we do, but let's just...
You're hypnotised.
Have you got any others apart from Einstein?
No, I tell you what we can do. We can make the Queen happy or sad.
Oh.
We've got a £5 note. You can do this with your own £5 notes, but we'll give you the demonstration.
OK.
There it is. You do a little fold.
Have a look. We've got 2 identical flickering coloured stripes. These are not going to change throughout the demonstration. You can see that they are identical. Then we're going to bring in colours on both the top and bottom, different colours, and as they go across, keep your eye on those flickering stripes, and you see that they totally change colour. So that the colour of something is dependent on its surroundings. That's what we learn from that.
That is brilliant.
Isn't that? It's an optical illusion. Have a look at this. Is also an optical illusion, the Fraser spiral illusion. First described by James Fraser in 1908. He was a British psychologist. So the overlapping black arcs appear to form a spiral, but they are in fact a series of concentric circles. So if we bring in some coloured lines and put them over the top, you can see these are just circles. You see that actually what we were looking at was just circles, but it became... our brain made it into a spiral. It's a famous optical illusion.
These are good.
Now, let's test your beer goggles, as it were. We have a man in the audience who's just going to hold up a picture, and I want you to tell me who's that of?
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, you can see the picture behind it there. Marilyn Monroe. Now, it's Sam. Sam, walk towards us if you'd be kind enough.
I think it's supposed to look like her, but I'm suspicious.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
Holy crap.
It is rather extraordinary. It's both.
They're related.
No.
They're in the same room, Brendan.
You'd hardly imagine they would be, would you?
I think Marilyn Monroe did have quite a bad facial hair problem.
From a distance, the image does look like Marilyn Monroe, because what they do is, it's created by the MIT, this illusion, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, as I'm sure you know. They remove Marilyn's fine-grained features, like wrinkles and little blemishes, and they remove Einstein's coarser features, like the shape of his mouth and nose, and then they superimpose the two. And from a distance, we see just the broader strokes. We see her, Marilyn Monroe, and close up, we see the fine details of Albert Einstein. And we've done another version, just to show this really does work. It's not just Marilyn. Who's that?
Handsome man. That's Stephen Fry.
That's
I know
me.
him well.
That's me. Hooray. And if you come towards us... Hello. Hello. Hey!
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't been that close. That's fantastic. Isn't it? It is an extraordinary illusion. I hope they've done 2 of them so we can have one each in
Yeah,
our
I want
bedrooms.
one in my house.
What distance do you want it, though?
I want to be far away from it.
Toss you for it.
Who'd like to see a seriously eye-popping demonstration?
As long as no one's eyes coming out, I don't like this whole area.
OK, so what we're going to do...
You get our Hoover now, that's
Have a
going
look
to
at
be...
this. So, let me just put this here. I'm hoping I'm going to get this the right way round. And then I have...
Is that a steam-powered vibrator, Sandy? No?
It's adapted. OK, so we can see that we have got a mirror here, and if you look at this one, you can see squares, and if you look in the mirror, you can see circles. And if I take this one and I turn it, you can see a square up here and a circle down here. And if I then carry on turning it, and we keep going around like this, you will see that this one at the bottom will turn into a square, and that one will turn into a circle.
Witchcraft!
It is unbelievable. So let me move that one out the way so I can get my hand in. You can see the square, you can see the circles in there, and as I turn and I keep turning it like this, you'll see it change, and the one in the mirror becomes the square, and this one becomes the circle. And the same with this one here. As I turn it, it is faintly astonishing, isn't it? You can see it becoming the circles.
Oh, wow.
And then
amazing.
the square.
What's happening?
I know. It is called the ambiguous cylinder illusion. It is designed by a man...
Catchy name.
It is. Designed by a man called Dr. Sugahara Kokichi. And from one angle, the shapes look circular, while in the other angle, they look like cuboids. And in fact, they are a cross between the two. Squircles, or rather squircle prisms. And if you want to make this at home, you absolutely can. Just look up ambiguous cylinder illusion cutout, and there's a template for a paper version, so you can work out how to do it. So I'm just going to put that one away.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. Do give it a go, because I think it's really extraordinary. And the fact that our brains are flawed in this way is what distinguishes us from robots. Robots won't be fooled by optical illusions. Only human beings are fooled by optical illusions. There's a very famous thing called the Adelson checkerboard illusion. And if you look at it, you would imagine that there are light squares and there are dark squares. But in fact, what's happened is the green cylinder there has cast a shadow. And what happens is our eyes correct. What is the truth of that is A and B are exactly the same colour. So if you see, if we join them together, so just those squares, but because we've understood there's a shadow from the green cylinder, we have in our minds made B a lighter colour. But actually, A and B are exactly the same colour.
Oh, is this how the robots are going to finally defeat us?
Well, this is certainly...
Going to chase us into an Escher painting.
Yes. Well, it's how computers may eventually be able to distinguish a bot from a person, because you could give a test like this. If you get the answer wrong, then you're human. Because even though I've told you A and B are the same colour, when you look back to the one on the left, you believe that they are different
I
colours.
still don't believe you.
Now, how would you describe the famous Thatcher effect?
Yes, you get the country to bend over and you give it one until its eyes water.
It was great, actually, when she became Lady Thatcher, because then she sounded like a device for removing pubic hair, didn't she? You couldn't take her seriously after that,
It's true! Absolutely. The Brazilian Lady
straggly
Thatcher.
pubic hairs with the Lady Thatcher, you know.
We need a Margaret Thatcher.
It wouldn't be...
Here is the Thatcher effect. Do you now know what it is?
Oh, I know that if she's right way up, she's too frightening, so we have to put her that way.
Well...
The eyes look the same upside down as they do the right way up. No, they only look sympathetic.
It's an interesting point. Now, what it is, it's our ability to read faces. Some people in the audience, some people at home may have noticed that on one of those pictures, 2 of the major features of the face are actually inverted in her upside-down picture. So if we were to turn them around now, you'll see
the mouth.
what you were looking at was that.
Burn the witch!
This was Peter Thomson at the University of York. He discovered that when it's the right side up, we'd instantly see which items are upside down, but when it's then turned upside down itself...
I'm racking my brain trying to think of any kind of application, short of you're in the middle of a Soissons neuf and then you turn and go, well, how is that? Oh, God, you're hideous, Jesus! You looked fine when we started, but this is ridiculous.
Application's hard to say, but as you know, these things sometimes emerge, and there, here, for example, is Alan. Turn it upside down, please, now. You never would have guessed, would you? That's astounding, isn't it?